Hello, Aries. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to your daily focus tarot. We have the King of Swords, so you are observing and you're thinking deeply. This is still about romances for you, but you are observing and thinking deeply about how it is you get lost in romances, how romances in the past have affected you, how you've sort of lost yourself, maybe even how your childhood affected the way that you view romantic relationships, and how it could still be affecting the way that you view romantic relationships. You could have been stuck in a repeating cycle of the same sort of relationship but with different people, or a very similar sort of relationship but with different people. And you have the world here, so you're integrating, you're understanding, and you're completing this cycle. So you've learned your lesson, basically, or you're about to learn your lesson, because you're thinking deeply about who you are in this relationship, how you communicate who you are, how other people communicate to you, how you practice self-love in a relationship, how you practice unconditional love for yourself, but how that also affects your relationship with the other person. We cannot have a healthy relationship with another person if we are if we aren't 100% giving to that relationship, if we aren't healed ourselves, if we aren't unconditionally self-loving ourselves, we can't unconditionally love another person. You have to be a whole person, and the other person has to be a whole person. You have to be integrated into yourself. You have to be connected to yourself in order to truly love another person. And that person has to be connected to themselves in order to truly love you. So you are looking at reconnecting to yourself and practicing this self-love, this self-care, figuring out who you are and who you are in relationships, and how you want to change that in the future and not keep repeating this cycle. Okay? And that's a good thing. Take some time out from romantic relationships. Take some time out to work on yourself, to reconnect to yourself, to practice that self-care, to really think deeply about this. And communication, with the King of Swords, communication plays a factor here too. How you communicate who you are in the relationship and how you feel about the other person and how they communicate back to you can also make or break a relationship. So there may have been some communication issues in past relationships that caused a lot of grief and trauma. Your advice is the Chariot, and the Chariot talks about getting lighter as you're moving forwards. It talks about really looking at, you're moving into unknown territory and you're dropping that baggage. You're trying to elevate yourself. You're trying to bring, the charioteer pulls the sun behind them. So this is Helios. So they're pulling the sun behind them. They're pulling that creativity and that growth, that expansion behind them. But in order to do that, they have to drop pretenses. They have to drop unrealistic expectations. They have to drop a lot of their baggage. So you're getting lighter moving forwards, and you're also elevating when you're doing this. So really think and observe how you're connecting to yourself, how you're practicing unconditional self love, and how that affects your relationships, your romantic relationships, how it affected them in the past, and how you can change that for the next relationship. I hope this has been helpful. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.